Good evening, I'm Prarambha Dahal. Let's begin with the main stories. Ruling coalition busy in legwork to remove Madhesh Chief Minister Yadav, who is seeking his third vote of confidence. Alleged of taking decisions on his own, efforts for power intensify. Koshi province government prepared to change the name of the province through constitutional procedures, reaches a 5-point agreement with struggle committee. Votes being counted in Pakistan after yesterday's general election. Former leader Nawaz Sharif claims his party is the largest. Independent candidates from PTI lead the count. And Team Nepal set to play their second one-day international against Canada tomorrow, aiming for an unassailable lead. Nepali leaves to take on Hong Kong in Women's Premier Cup. With the change in political developments, Madhesh Chief Minister Saroj Kumar Yadav is making preparations to generate the vote of confidence for the third time in 13 months. After Janamat Party withdrew support, saying the Janata Samajwadi Party-led government had failed to deliver on public aspirations, Yadav has said, in fact, has been compelled to generate the trust vote yet again. With this, the coalition parties have also begun discussing the change in leadership of Madhesh province government. With the claim of leadership, politicians have begun political efforts for the share of ministerial portfolios as well. 15 days have gone by since Janamat Party quit the Madhesh province government with the claim of leadership in turns after the dispute between the two ruling parties intensified. After Janamat Party withdrew 2 ministers on March 11, Madhesh province chief minister is required to generate the vote of confidence before Fagun 11. Chief Minister Yadav had earlier required to generate the vote of confidence after CPN-UML had quit the government following the change in central political equation. Now, other parties of the coalition are not content with the Janata Samajwadi Party-led government, which has been compelled to generate the trust vote again because of Janamat Party. Second largest party of the Madhesh Province Assembly, Nepali Congress, has begun claiming the leadership, saying the current government had not held any discussions inside the alliance on significant issues and had failed to deliver on public aspirations. Even if Janamat Party, which has 13 province assembly members, quits the government, the ruling alliance has a majority in Madhesh Province. However, ruling coalition partners Nepali Congress, CPN Center, Samajwadi and Loktantrik Samajwadi Party are firm in the stance of concluding the share of portfolios first. Amidst dissatisfaction, province leaders of the coalition parties have begun arriving in Kathmandu to hold talks with senior leaders on share of ministerial portfolios. Janamat Party, which has remained intact in the federal government, is in no mood to participate in the province government led by Saroj Kumar Yadav. Of the 12 ministries of Madhesh province, except for 2 of Janamat, Janata Samajwadi Party leads 4 portfolios, including Chief Minister. Nepali Congress has 3, while Maoist Center, Loktantrik Samajwadi Party and CPN Unified Socialist Party have 1 ministry each. In the 107-member province assembly, CPN-UML is the largest party with 24 seats, while Janata Samajwadi Party has 18 and Nepali Congress has 22 seats. Saying Madhesh Province Chief Minister Saroj Kumar Yadav has been taking decisions and spending budget on his own, other parties of the coalition are not content. The Central Coalition has also begun discussions regarding relieving Yadav from his position. Despite preliminary discussions regarding changing the Chief Minister of all 7 provinces and proceeding by setting deadlines, the coalition parties have yet to reach a decision in this regard. Crisis of trust has surfaced among the coalition parties after the chief ministers had begun taking decisions on their own. The coalition parties are especially not happy with Madhesh Chief Minister Yadav. One member of the ruling coalition, Janata Samajwadi Party, has said that the alliance must proceed on the basis of the agreement reached during formation of the coalition a year ago. The Madhesh province government, led by Janata Samajwadi Party, includes Nepali Congress, CPN Maoist Center and Loktantrik Samajwadi Party. Expressing dissatisfaction with the modus operandi of Chief Minister Yadav, Janamat Party has already quit the government. In our public voice segment, we've asked in several provinces why have top leaders of political parties considered changing provincial governments. Let us now take a look at what they had to say.
नेताहरू अथवा कार्यकर्ता व्यवस्थापनको लागि साथै हैन सत्ता मोह
आफ्नो अनुकूलको सरकार बनाउने आफूले आफन्तहरू आफन्तहरू मिल्ने कुम्ल्याउनु भएको छैन
आफ्नो आफ्नो मान्छे हाल्न नपाएर आफूले लुटेर खान पाएनन् त्यस कारणले हो
नयाँलाई चान्स दिउँ नयाँले केही गर्न सक्छन् कि भन्ने सन्दर्भमा पनि यो परिवर्तन गर्न लागेको हुन सक्छ
बाढी चुडी खानको लागि मात्रै हो
पालै पालो राज्यको ढुकुटी सिद्ध्याउने खेल हो
सत्ता स्वार्थमा दलहरू लाग्दा प्रदेश सरकारहरू परिवर्तनका कुराहरू आइरहेको देखिन्छ
आफ्नै उसहरू नेताहरू ल्याउनको लागि
जनता जेसुकै अवस्थामा होस् तर हामी कसरी बलियो होस् त्यो सोच राखेर यिनीहरू मध्य सरकार अथवा प्रदेश सरकार जुन ठाउँको पनि फेर्ने कोसिस गरिराखेका छन्
जनताले पाउने अधिकारबाट वञ्चित गर्नको लागि यिनीहरूले आएर पटक पटक सरकार फेरबदल गर्ने
Kosi Province Government and Province 1 Renaming Joint Struggle Committee have reached a 5-point agreement, agreed to initiate efforts to change the name of the province. The Struggle Committee, which has been demanding a new name for the province on the basis of identity, and the province government have reached an agreement to find solutions through constitutional process. Based on the agreement between the two sides, the entity in favor of identity is to proceed with peaceful political activities, with the government not using any force and ensuring proper management for treatment of those injured during the agitation for identity, along with compensation for the family members of the martyrs. Meanwhile, the government is to release those arrested by withdrawing the cases filed against them. Both sides are prepared to implement the topics of agreement. Based on the consensus, the agreement is to be presented at the Council of Ministers and then taken forward to the Province Assembly. They have also agreed to hold another round of talk on Fagun 10. Both dialogue teams have briefed Chief Minister Kedar Karki about the progress achieved during the talks. Earlier, the province government had formed a dialogue committee led by Province Minister for Physical Infrastructures, Kamal Prasad Jawegu, on 20th January. Prior to this, Hikmat Kumar Karki-led government had also held talks with the Struggle Committee on Asar 4. However, talks had remained elusive since Asar 15 after Karki-led government had lost the vote of confidence in the province assembly. Report furnished by the committee formed to probe into the transactions of the shares of telecommunication service provider company Ncell has reached the Council of Ministers. The report submitted by the probe committee on the 29th of January has been taken to the Council of Ministers. After the members of the Health and Information Technology Committee of the Parliament demanded the report, Minister for Communication and Information Technology, Rekha Sharma, said that the report had reached the Council of Ministers. She added that the report was being studied and mentioned that it could not be made public until a decision was taken. CPM Center Chairperson and Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal has directed the party leaders to become responsible. After the leaders started making personal comments, Dahal directed them to furnish written criticisms and suggestions. In the standing committee meeting held at the party office in Chasal, in fact in Peperistada, the leaders started making comments on issues of current affairs instead of the draft of the statute, after which party chair Dahal issued a ruling to focus on the topic. CBN Center had formed a task force led by Pamfa Vosal to prepare a draft of the statute. 7 party members shared their opinions on the report furnished by the task force. The leaders suggested reducing the size of the party committee, embracing the socialist philosophy provisioned by the constitution, and concluding the laws related to transitional justice on the basis of consensus. Party chair and Prime Minister Dahal had briefed the meeting about what he said was liquid and complicated political situation. The meeting will continue tomorrow. The Department of Immigration has begun paperless services. The department has begun services including online automation, e-visa and e-payment. Having started the online services, the department has said that the service seekers will no longer require to reach the office to receive new visas, extend the visa period and receive permit for trekking from today. E-visa can be received from www.nepalport.immigration.gov.np. After the application is approved from the platform, the service seekers will receive a receipt in their email, after which they can make online payment. Following the online payment, e-visa or electronic travel authorization will be sent through email. The department has also made the arrangement for online payment from all service providers in Nepal. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Home Affairs Narayan Kaji Shrestha had inaugurated the online services at a program organized at the Department of Immigration today. President Ramchandra Paudel has appointed Varatraj Paudel as the ambassador to Canada and Sunil Nepal as the ambassador to Portugal. Issuing a notice today, the Office of the President has appointed Nepal's resident ambassadors to Canada and Portugal. Spokesperson of the Office of the President, Shailaja Regmi Vatrai, issued the notice, which states that Paudel and Nepal were appointed the ambassadors upon the recommendation of the government as provisioned by the Constitution of Nepal. The government had recommended Paudel as the ambassador for Canada on 20th October last year, while he was serving in capacity of Secretary at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The government had decided to appoint Nepal as the ambassador for Portugal on 9th November. Sugar businesses have begun increasing the price of sugar during mid-season of sugarcane crushing. After India halted export of sugar, sugar businesses created artificial shortages of sugar during recent Dasai festival. And despite the government preparation to import sugar from India before Tihar, it has failed in doing so, which has increased irregularities from the sugar businesses. Sugar mills have increased the price of sugar by 15 rupees at one go during the season of sugarcane crushing. Price of sugar was 70 rupees per kilogram, inclusive of value-added tax 2 years ago. Last year, sugar businesses increased the price by 10 rupees, while the price has already reached 95 rupees this year. Sugar mills have termed the increase in price of sugar quite normal. However, their logic that the rise in price of sugar being normal when everything else was also growing expensive is flawed. Demand for sugar stands at 280,000 tons in Nepal each year. 175,000 tons of sugar was produced last year. The remaining quantity is imported from India and other countries. However, India has halted export of sugar from last year. According to consumer rights activists, the sugar businesses have intensified irregularities after they saw that the government could not reach an agreement with India for import of sugar. Complaints regarding cartelling in sugar has already reached the Department of Commerce, Supplies and Consumer Protection, the entity responsible for monitoring and regulating the market. However, the department has not been able to take any action as of yet. As the government had failed in importing sugar from India, consumers were compelled to queue for hours for just 2 kilograms of sugar this Dasai. Despite permission for import of 10,000 tons of sugar each with 50% subsidy on customs, Salt Trading and Food Management and Trading Company Limited were not able to do so. It is now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Before we ask today's question, let us take a look at the result from yesterday's poll. Yesterday we asked, what should be done to retain the workforce that has returned with skills from abroad? 37% were for A, provide entrepreneurship opportunity, 7% were for B, give subsidized loan, and 56% were for C, employ them based on their skills. And here is our today's question. What should be done for resettlement of farmers displaced by death of livestock because of diseases? Your options are A, arrange compensation, B, provide soft loans, and C, increase awareness. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Time now for the international news. Votes are being counted in Pakistan after yesterday's general election, which was marred by the suspension of mobile phone services and violent unrest. Three-time former leader Nawaz Sharif has claimed his party is the largest despite independents backed by Imran Khan leading the count. Sharif's PMLN party have 59 seats so far. The independent candidates hold 86. Experts had agreed Sharif was the clear favorite for the top job, with imprisoned ex-Prime Minister Imran Khan barred from standing after being ousted from power. Many from Imran Khan's PTI party have stood as independent candidates and are leading the count with more than half the seats declared. Sharif says it would have been good if his party had got a majority, as he acknowledges he does not have the numbers to form a government alone. He says he will reach out to try to form a coalition. Many analysts say this is among Pakistan's least credible elections, and results have been slow to come out compared to previous votes. There are still 44 National Assembly seats to be called. Earlier this evening, the website of the Electoral Commission in Pakistan went down, but now it seems to be up and running. In fact, it is now time for the sports news.
Sports news.
The second one-day international match between Nepal and Canada is slated for tomorrow. The hosts Nepal are aiming to gain an unassailable lead in the series with a win in the match, which will begin at 9:15 in the morning at Tribhuvan University International Cricket Grounds in Kantipur. Team Nepal are 1-0 ahead in the three-match series. In the first match of the series played yesterday, Nepal escaped defeat and secured a 7-run win. The win also retained Nepal's 100% result at home ground under head coach Monty Desai. Continuing the form, Nepal can lift the series by securing a win tomorrow. Having made an unbelievable comeback in the first match, Team Nepal saw opportunities for young players. Akash Chand and Anil Shah are likely to be included in tomorrow's match. Kushal Vurtel had scored 62 runs in the first match, but none of the other batters made notable contributions. Meanwhile, Canada will be hoping to make a comeback in tomorrow's match. As it is an important series ahead of the League 2 tournament, top order of Nepal needs to perform well. First edition of ACC Women's Premier Cup begins in Malaysia tomorrow. The Nepali Eves are set to play strong opposition Hong Kong in tomorrow's match. Team to play in the Asia Cup will be selected from the tournament, which is to be played in the T20 format. Team Nepal have reached Malaysia with the objective of winning the tournament and are a balanced side as well. Previous tour of Malaysia was a forgettable one for Nepal. The match between Nepal and the United Arab Emirates was affected by rain, while the Nepali Eves had lost to Thailand by 64 runs. That defeat had also put an end to Nepal's journey to the World Cup. Hong Kong are one of the strongest sides in the tournament. In 4 recent matches, Nepal have lost to Hong Kong twice. Team Nepal are to play Bhutan on day after tomorrow, followed by a clash against Maldives on the 1st of Fagun. That is all for the moment. Up next is the news in Nepali. Thank you for staying with us. Goodbye for now.